5-6, not bad for our Seahawks early on, but when you actually look at the season, there were some lucky wins, and last week was an unlucky loss, so it kind of evens out as we are about to be taking on the Rams, coming off of a 7-point loss that really we had in our grasps, as the Raiders couldn't score any points until like the final quarter, and really, the game-winning touchdown came from a stupid tackle battle fumble where we just need to protect the ball better, and sadly we have not. Also, Ed Oliver is a superstar. I probably should have taken a look at his ability, but I guess it really doesn't matter because we're probably going to change it anyways, and obviously we're only going to be able to use it this week. And man, Aaron Donald, Ed Oliver, same guy, right? So they have to deal with our ignorant. This is going to be another challenging week. Of course, let's take a look at the players of the week. As Tariq Woolen actually could have gotten one, but he didn't, sadly. Of course, we didn't give up one either, probably barely, to be honest. But, yeah, it's a game that we expected to lose, but had a very good chance to win, and we just choked. Of course, got a little unlucky near the end there, but at the same time, we got very lucky throughout the season so far. So, you win some, you lose some, it is what it is. I'm going to go look at their injuries first before going into our roster, and there are no injuries, which, yay, I'm glad. But here is our roster. Of course, a team that is on the up and up, kind of need to keep losing if we want to replace Drew Lock, who, once again, he's in a bad spot, but at the same time, you could tell that his ceiling just isn't franchise level. It just simply isn't. But if he finishes out the season strong, and we have a bad, season win-loss-wise, which is kind of conflicting things, we could maybe still get a decent draft pick off of him, because obviously the surrounding talent here, while those skill positions are pretty good, there's nothing you can do about Abraham Lucas. He's just so bad, and it's not like he's the only bad lineman, but he is by far the worst. And then here are the defenders, which once again, a lot of potential, and yeah, let's take a look at Ed Oliver's ability, which is recuperation. I don't know about that now. So he's obviously not a very good block shedder. He's okay. Power moves 82. I'm trying to think of something that's fair for him. I think buy one, get one free is probably, fair. I don't know how good it is, but I think it's a fair ability, right? Of course, he's going to have a massive one with one more upgrade. Like we said with that trade, it was kind of costly, but I think it's going to work out for both teams. The Rams offense actually not looking super great. We know Stafford has a pretty strong arm. That deep passer rating is actually pretty solid. I still think you probably have to defend short, though, because you're going against Cooper Kupp. And then if you look at their numbers, their pass game is actually allowing quite a bit, but their run game and takeaways and points allowed is insane. It's literally through the roof. They are not great in the short game. I didn't run the ball, outside last week, but I think that's where we should go, because middle of the field, you got Bobby Wagner. Obviously, you have Aaron Donald, staring you right in the face. The outside is weak. I think that's where we attack, and that's where we win. Will Dissly has an upgrade. The Hold Master gets a nice couple of blocks. Why did I actually go with run blocking? I know that's what he's good at, and that's why he's getting paid the way he is, but maybe actually work on the receiving stuff, because he does kind of come out on routes every once in a while, but it is what it is. Mafe with, a pretty modest upgrade. I want to get some +2s to finesse or block shed or something like that, but we'll take an excel and a finesse. It's all right. And you know what else I would take? I wouldn't deny maybe leaving a like on the video or subscribing, because we do a lot of franchise stuff on the channel, and because you might like to see those things. And if you're not new, I appreciate your continued support. I don't know how that ties in, but you know what? I said it. This is actually the first game I have decided to select to kick first in the last 3 or 4 weeks. This will probably be the one game where we actually receive the ball. I just know it. Season stats, of course, 1,150 yards, 10 touchdowns. Kind of feels like he's on par for that same season as last year. Very, close to at least. And obviously this Seahawks team, not great on defense last week, but they did improve hardcore in the second half. And then offense, they definitely let down quite a bit with just lack of scoring and too many turnovers. But that's a very common sight for this team. And of course, Stafford, the city's hero, if you will, as he came in and got them over the hump for that Super Bowl win. And Obviously, they love him, and I'm not sure if they're going to return it. They will not. Now, Stafford's numbers, I would expect him to have a decent bit of picks, but also a decent bit of yards and touchdowns. That's kind of the way he plays. Let's actually see the official count here, which will be actually a little confusing. You know, the picks aren't like crazy low, but they're definitely not crazy high. But the touchdowns are a bit low at this point of the season. I'm not sure if they're struggling to score, if they're just running the ball a little bit more near the goal line, but I mean, that's a little surprising. Maybe he's not a Hall of Famer already, like a lot of people suggested. No, that'd be crazy. Kobe going against Cooper Kupp. It's a late... Ooh, Bart needs to step that. It's a late in route, but, you know, he did get open, which I suppose that's what kind of matters, is not... I guess how long... It does matter how long it takes, but, I mean, that was pretty fair timing, right? He was very patient with that route, and it worked out. Yeah, I said it. Rhymed. Ooh, Ed Oliver already causing problems, but Van Jefferson, a guy that has plenty of potential. He just can't catch the damn ball, but did a pretty damn good job catching it there. Barton misses, and Brooks, who actually missed a few last week, bringing him down for the tackle. Crying a lot out of these linebackers in this one, but what can you do? What can you do? Maybe play DBs, but, you know, that's a lot to ask for, and wow. Speaking of Van Jefferson, now down to the 35-yard line. There was a lot of opportunities for a pick there, and he thread the needle like a damn surgeon. Did you see that throw? I mean, look. Cooper Kupp in the backfield. Uh-oh. I don't like that. Abort, please. Is it a screen? No, it's not a screen. And they are going to go to Cooper Kupp. First throw and catch to him. 5 yards gain. Diggs jumps on it, but still 5 yards is way too much to give up. It just sucks because it's like really hard to play defense. You know, it's just hard. It's just, it comes down to having to like get a... Ooh, I was just about to say, you know, forcing a turnover. But other than that, I mean, the way our defense is built right now, lack of talent-wise, you can kind of just dink and dime us all day. And that happens again as Sidney Jones gets beat. It's going to be down to the 19. He brought the blitz on 3rd and 1. Thought, you know, if it's a run, that works there. And then if it's a short pass, we can still maybe try to get out there quick enough. And we sadly did not. First and 10 from the 19-yard line. It's going to be a run. We're not there, but Bolden misses the tackle. Sidney Jones, and Diggs brings him down, but still a gain of 5. Coming off the edge of Kupp. We should really not do that. Switch last second if we can, because even though it's going to be tougher to cover, that's probably like the first place you would look, right? Oh, that's a touchdown. Oh, maybe not. But that's where I would look. I'd be like, oh, Cooper Kupp, let's take a look at him. And it's like, oh, there's a blitz. Throw it quicker. You know, simply put, I would never blitz off the same side that the star... Well, maybe not, though. Nah, yeah, I mean, that's a pretty determined run. But at the same time, it's like, if the player is your number one, you probably don't want to look at him first because he's probably going to be the one that's open, but maybe his route's a little bit longer than the rest, so, like, you try to throw him off the scent. I don't freaking know. I'm overthinking it. Cam Akers going to gain right back to where they started. Not sure with the decision on that, but it's looking okay to potentially send them away with only 3 here. Trying to go for the hardcore bait with Bryant, and that was a good jump. And I think because of it, boy, Amafe, please, your 87 speed. Stafford is literally a walking stick. He's okay. Like, he can do enough if he had to run, but he's not that fast. Either way, we get the stop, even though there should have been a sack. I'm really surprised we didn't get there, but hey, we held him to 3. And Goodwin will also not get a chance to return this. Now, Drew Lock's numbers, they're not perfect, but the one thing that he does well is he is emotionless. He will throw 2 interceptions in the first quarter, and you're like, uh-oh, Nathan Peterman, uh-oh, and then not throw another pick for the rest of the game and look pretty damn good. So you do get that idea of, like, you don't know what you're going to get from him, but you're also not going to get him, like, panicking because he's struggling early. But it probably also helps having this masterful runner, Kenneth Walker. I don't know if he can actually double team at a run, but I'm still going to do it. I just want Aaron Donald to die. Not in real life, of course. Not, like, you know, 7-yard gain, but looking at last week, solid. We're lacking in the touchdowns lately, but the touchdowns overall are still decent. But yeah, also not like a huge fan of Aaron Donald, you know, interdivisional, and he's kind of a meanie, so you know, we try not to work with him too much. And there goes Aaron Donald. The position he was in to make that play is actually ridiculous. It's going to be 3rd and inches. Looking for the pass play, and underneath, Lockett will catch it. Not going to let Bobby Wagner hit us. Is he actually wearing 45? Probably should know this, but, I mean, we know who he is. We can see him out there. He's impossible not to see, but physical number-wise, I didn't actually know the number. They're kind of over there, but I was going to say Lockett's pretty fast, but didn't really look it there, I'll tell you. You know, that could be their downfall in this game, is that they're maybe giving Aaron Donald too much credit. As, you know, right there, they're not going to help him at all on the inside, yet he gets blocked up. You know, we gained about 20. Terrell Burgess is injured, which is, he's a decently athletic safety. I mean, he's a pretty big part of that team, so not going to take that too lightly. Maybe even look to attack that spot with him out. I think that's Taylor Rapp replacing him under some pressure. Going to throw this to Eskridge, who will get about 6. Mr. Penny, we did say we're going to run to the outside, which should give us a bonus when calling the play, I'd say. I'm going to cut it back, which is a really good cutback. Once again, I keep viewing Penny as a power back because he actually looks really big in the game, but he's not, like, that big. Like, he's big, but he's not, like, you know, and he's also not very, like, actually power back-wise. He's just, you know, he just looks a little bit bigger, and his, like, movements aren't super agile, so we got to keep that in mind. That's a really good cutback, and he fumbles instantly again, dude. I'm done with that animation. Like, I literally don't press any buttons, and I instantly fumble. Like, when I'm in trouble, should I just always cover the ball, I suppose? I mean, it does kind of make sense. And, of course, dude, pre-play, they look like they're about to get torched. This drive is really derailing here. 3rd and 11 from the 28. Lockett could be my look, especially with Terrell Burgess still out. We're not going to get a time to throw it there. Sure, we're under pressure a little bit, but were we that under pressure? I mean, Aaron Donald throws our guard away, like, you know, use banana. But, he was about to fall down. He falls down over the guard. Oh, that's bull. Maybe he has some under pressure ability, but that is harsh. Regardless, though, assuming we kick the field goal through, we will tie the game up against the Super Bowl champions. Nearing the start of the second quarter, a gain of about 6. Cam Akers. About to say maybe prepare to get the ball back again. Nice move by Oliver, but it was a little late. Cam Akers slipping away, gets the first down. Even though the game's close, you definitely do not want to look at the stat line. Their passing game is looking pretty good. And Brooks, really good hit. Gains only 3. But that's the problem with us, is we're giving up like 3 to 4 yards a play. And there's like no end in sight. 2nd and 7, might jump this with Barton. And, oh no! Good tackle by Brooks. We kind of bit on the run on the inside. I thought it was going to, he's going to give it to him. The running back at least. Good chance to get off the field here. 3rd and 3. Going to press Cup. That really didn't work. Sit down. Out route's looking good. We leave him, and we baited him back. He throws it away smartly, and we get a stop. That was good bait. We kind of rolled out left just in case we couldn't get the edge to stop him from running. But then we step back in, and I'm really surprised he had the smarts. Can we block? Nice. Yep, we're not, we're not fumbling. The smarts to throw that away and not just take the bait. It's literally why it's called baiting someone, because, the bait's there. It's yummy. If you're quick enough to get the worm, you can get it, but not worth it. Oh, my. So, once again, I can't actually see. I've been blinded. But, I actually can't see, the meter while I'm playing. I need to check while I'm editing, but, when the ball shows a placement and the ball doesn't go there, is that me still, or is that literally just his accuracy? And that's got to be me. It has to be me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm holding it too long. And once again, I do kind of feel that I'm holding it too long. We just got to get better at that. I thought we had it kind of, not locked down, but we clearly don't. There, that's a little bit better, and even though it's from our own 29, once again, even though they're not playing super well this season yet, they are the Super Bowl champions, and even though it's, 29-yard line, it is inches. It is inches. Of course, I would not like to run the ball into Aaron Donald, but we are bringing the guard over, so that should be 2 or 3 guys on him. I think we're fine. Nice. Try to just run through Jalen Ramsey. And they kind of closed down the inside, but we did have that outside leverage. So we took it, ran right past Aaron Donald, and good blocking, boys. Good blocking. I like it. In motion dive again, which kind of throws them off a little bit. And there goes Walker, trucking for a gain of 5. Stretch to the right. Bobby Wagner's out there, but we can get the blocks off the edge. Nice job, Noah Fant. First down, and then some. Noah Fant did a great job there. Of course, they're a little more geared up to stop the run on this one. This actually looks like a really good play for them, not even going to lie. And that's a pretty good throw. Bo Melton, first down. We're kind of moving. Right in time as well as we're about to get hit. Good read, good play. They had us looking at the jet sweep again. I can't, dude. Jet sweep is just not working for us this season. And that's a late play, but it's a good accuracy ball. Metcalf with the first down. We're going to run the ball again, and Walker will gain about 1. Really? I thought it was like a gain of like 3. I need my eyes checked. What can I tell you? Going to go with the play action cross from this kind of situation. It seems pretty unlikely. And we might have had Metcalf, but I don't have time to wait. I'd rather take Walker for a guarantee that sets up a very manageable third down. I mean, neither team is really throwing incomplete passes, which is probably the main culprit, but the game is flying by right now. And there goes another wide open Lockett. Lower the shoulder, don't fumble. To the 6. Read option for Drew Lock, but Bo Melton, I can't imagine, is a good blocker. Either way, we'll see it. Drew, don't fumble. Oh, I was like, screw it. If we risk it, maybe he can outrun the guy to the spot because they fell for the bait. They thought it was a run, but sadly it didn't work. This just seems like a giveaway play. And, I mean, we do get about 2.5, 3, which is me on a good day with the weather perfect. No cold in sight. Back of the end zone. We're going to take that. There's no way. Did he swat that? Okay, longest man in the world. The ball is a little out there, but come on. All right, 3 minutes in the second. And we get to see if they can put up points right before half. Another field goal, and we will bring the help, but Tariq Woolen was just straight up, beat on the curl. I can't believe that's Allen Robinson, though, because he looks so small. Of course, I suppose Tariq Woolen is massive, so that's probably why. 1st and 10, and Ed Oliver steps up the wrong way. Akers fights hard for about 5. Haven't really seen a whole lot of Cooper Kupp this game. Ah, there's nobody in sight. Barton, good tackle, but right before the 2-minute warning to the 39 on that play. That is a lot of yards so far. Of course, I was going to come out with a blitz when they bring 5. Although they do block. It's a late read. Barton with a nice pop on, who's that, Tyler Higbee? That's a big guy to be hitting like that. I like the physicality there. Only a 2-yard gain. Oh, we kind of got caught off guard. And, I mean, I didn't think he was going to gain many yards on that. I'm not calling a timeout because the clock's kind of diminished and it's just a bad spot. I don't know. I kind of want to bait the inside there. Oh, we're not going to get there. Yes, we are. And there goes Tyler Higbee for the first down. That was a really close call. That running back looked open, but we covered him last second. Barely got in front of him. Brooks in man coverage. Can we get Diggs to come down and help? That's a good step up, and because of that, I think we forced the sack. They're going to call a timeout, which makes our decision look a little bit easier because I was probably going to call one there. Cooper Kupp was burning Brooks, which, I mean, you can't really blame him. And that was the perfect step up. He probably could have threw that in behind, but Brooks being burned so much, seeing his teammate Diggs coming in for the help, could have easily backed off. And the running back misses Mafe. Look at Mafe doing his job. I would have really thought that that was going to be fumbled. I mean, I don't know if he would have seen that coming, especially when you got the running back help like that. Either way, 2nd and 18 from the 34. Trying to prevent as many points as possible. And going to help with Akers. We will call the timeout now. It's not a lot of time, but if they throw the ball away or, could have 2 timeouts to move down the field, which would be a ton. Let's go with Ed Oliver last second. Can't get through there. Running back's kind of open. Nowhere to throw. He might have to throw this away. He's going to take the shot. And Woolen's going to get a pick. I don't know. Oh, what a block. Look at the speed. Oh, last second try to cut it. Nice little return on top of it. Tariq Woolen with pick 7, maybe? Holy crap, he's killing it. I get it's Cooper Kupp, but why would they make that decision, dude? That is just a really dumb play. Like, there's no winning in that situation at all. And that is a good time throw. We'll gain about a first down, call a timeout. You know, it might not be the biggest play in the world, but if we can even secure ourselves a field goal here, man, that's a risk. Nah, we're not going to with the safety moving over. So he just knows. Okay. Is me a throwaway? Maybe would have had someone, but I don't know. I just seen the pressure mounting. This is a good play for Bo Melton. Eskridge isn't, you know, terrible here either. It's a tough one. Good catch, good throw. And I really don't. I guess we can call timeout and then maybe debate like an out route or something. Metcalf's streaking, but it is Ramsey, so I don't know. Oh, they kind of left it. Metcalf? That's a good try. That's a good try. Can't blame us for being gutsy. It almost worked. Either way. Another field goal attempt and another successful field goal right before half. Up by 6. I'm just saying. And we get the ball first, I think. Not even I think. I know. I know we get the ball first. You know, similar offensive snaps. We seem to be slightly more balanced. Not by like a crazy amount. And ultimately we do have the lead. All right, we have changed the focus to the short pass, which, I mean, we'll see, but that is, oh my, that is kind of what, you know, is succeeding for us, and that's kind of what is going to win us this game if we can. Yeah, I don't know what it is. That Rams team's not looking like its normal self here, but still very much so alive this game, and Walker's fighting, pretty much gets back to the line. For some reason, they got Bo Melton facing against Jalen Ramsey. And, oh, what a catch by Lockett. Nice change of direction. Gets the first. What a play, dude. Barely got that ball off there. Got players that aren't even Aaron Donald think of their Aaron Donald out here. I actually wish I could hand this off to Melton. Not bad, actually. Walker gets about 5 again. I think my vision's failing me. It was like almost 4. It was like barely 4. 5 yards. And there's really no one open. Like, could have maybe debated Bo Melton there, but he would have had to catch a contested one, and that's assuming the ball isn't underthrown. Maybe should be setting up more runs on second down. Got a lot of different moving pieces. I'm going to have Lockett streak just in case. Ah, that's a good swat. I should have free-formed it to the very far right. I just kind of aimed it. I just never free-form because like half the time we're struggling just to get the timing down on a regular pass, you know? But that is a little bit of a missed opportunity, can't lie. There was a chance there if that ball is thrown to the very far right. Curl route, running back. Oh, yeah, Tyler Higbee gaining like 20. Stafford's not looking great out here, but we're also struggling to score as we do week in and week out. 1st and 10, looking like a pretty obvious run. Tariq Woolen's played really well this year, but that's still Cooper Kupp. It's not a run, and the running back is wide open. The ball is really poorly thrown, and Kobe with a hit. Holy, that was a bit of a pop. I ain't even gonna lie. Jeez, man. That's kind of juiced. I can't get over to Poona Ford. Sacked! Under pressure, Poona Ford with the sack. It's been a while since we heard that name, and look at him go. Obviously not a very good interior on that line, specifically that center. Took advantage of it and took him down for a huge sack. 3rd and 16, we probably should be playing coverage, but, I mean, they got some good receiving options. You give them time, and they'll make it work. Running back is wide open. I mean, what can you ask for here? He's going to throw it away. The blitz didn't really work, but the coverage somehow did on a blitz. The punt is going to be pretty short as well. And we're going to get a last-second block. Nice cut by Goodwin, who kind of turned it into a nice little gainer there. Slippery little man. He's got the vision. Still running away from Aaron Donald, which is a smart call in my opinion. My expert opinion, of course. Only going to gain 2, though. I mean, they don't seem too bothered to let us run, which, I mean, I get, but we are winning. You know, it's kind of worked out for us so far. Wow! There was 2 blockers for 1 guy, and they both couldn't do the job on a DB. Well, this play kind of worked for us last time, I think. Did it? I think we got it to Bo Melton last time. And that's a tough one. Nice throw and catch. Bo Melton down to the 39-yard line. Under pressure with Aaron Donald facing you right in the nose with Wagner. And he delivers. I mean, that's just the Drew Lock gutsiness. outside, and of course, good try on the tackle break, but losing 2. Should have maybe cut it back inside last second, but I mean, I just figure, like, Bobby's a great player, but can we just win against him one time? Hopefully this is man coverage, which it really doesn't look like, because Metcalf scores if it is. We're still going to take that, and it's slightly overthrown. I don't think that was on us that time. I think it was probably the pressure. And we don't really need help on the field goal, but I do want it to be a little bit easier, so we are going to. And that was a bad cutback decision. There was a little bit of a hole there, but it really wasn't worth taking that. Not a huge fan of the call there, but it will give us a 9-point lead if we hit the field goal. Uh-oh. That's all right. Thank you, Jesus. 9-point lead. We'll take it. Not a pretty game, but points are points. 2nd and 8. Shelby Harris. Haven't seen his name in a while. Let's see him do something maybe. Shelby, no. Diggs. Of course, he breaks off. Good tackle by Barton. Gains nearly 20. Actually, a little over 20. Not a fan, but you know what? It's still a defense that has not given up points, but has given up yards. Barton can't get over there. Missed tackle by Jamal, and Akers, who's looking a little slow there, gets to the 33. 2 runs to gain like 50 yards. We gotta start winning these block sheds. I know we have a lot of DBs on this play, so if they did actually run it, we'd be kind of screwed. Oh, good, they ran it. Yet, this is... Okay, never mind. This is the one game, the one play, like, where it actually kind of stopped them a little bit. Cody Barton. You got the 5 rushers. And that's a very quick throw to the outside. How... Okay, it did bring him down. So let's say, how in the world did that not kill him? It's like shoulder helmet to the knee. Rams are moving here, but once again, we have stopped them before. There's no reason why we can't do it again. Oh, let's bring Brian over there. And, oh, we over-pursued. And did he fall on his own power? Because we had to touch him to count it down. Are the refs blind? Clearly somebody got a piece of him. Even if that wasn't what brought him down, they still got a piece of him. There's no shot he got through there that clean. And, oh, look at Ed Oliver. They're going to say forward progress. Stop, though. 3rd and 7. We're kind of playing the flats here. Oh, that's a good route. Oh, that's not even who I thought it was going to go to. I think we're done no matter what on that one. We were supposed to cover him, but look at the other side. Like, look at this. Like, I see this drastic move, and I mean, that's a touchdown anyways, so he throws right here. That's a touchdown. We stepped up. We weren't covering either, so I'm not even sure what my thought process was there, but yeah, it's an L. You know, they were going to score sooner or later. I mean, it's kind of like the Super Bowl. Last second, they kind of got going. Up the middle, Walker. He was trucking him. Taylor Rapp was about to be a victim. Stretch 11. I mean, the pass game just isn't working, but if you look at this pre-play with Wagner on the wrong side, this looks good. That's an okay block. Walker has to take on the whole squad again, only gains 3 again. Kind of like locking on the slant there, but you do have Wagner. Throw it underneath. Good throw. Good catch. And not even good throw. Great catch. Or great throw and great catch. Pretty big play. Probably had Fant, but you never know if that corner's going to stop on and drop off, so I kind of just took my predetermined read because it was there. If it wasn't there, maybe I hit Fant. I don't know. And that is a tough throw. And how is it closer to being picked than it is to being caught? Maybe we should have threw a little bit more shallow, not to him, to the other guy that was underneath, but I thought it was there. That's a tough one. We're going to just take the possession, set up a 3rd and 5. You know, once again, we're not forced to score here. We could play defense, but we're obviously assuming that that's not going to be the best call for us. And that's just a bad play. That's going to be picked off. Please tackle him. Thank you, Lockett. I don't know if he got pressed. I think I was a little early on the read anyways. I was anticipating. No, it's just a really bad route. I mean, this isn't in, like a deep in. And he, like, takes extra steps. Like, what is that? It's supposed to be a sharp angle, and he's taking extra steps, and then he slows down. I mean, the way Floyd is playing this, he's probably going to get a hand on it anyways, but it should have never been to Fuller. It's a bad play that we threw way too early, but that was a really trash route. And where are you at, Woolen? Of course, we try to contain the edges in case. Got to help him because Akers is blowing us up. Note Bloom is injured, and even worse, offensive line is getting worse. Not really a word. That's like a 2-year-old would say. Worse. Sounds like Warsaw. Out route to Cup. Not going to get Mafe. No shots. I'm done, dude. I'm done. Of course. Of course. In what universe? Mafe gets him off the block, and who's he waiting for? He hesitated. And then he gets thrown to the side. I mean, if that is going to result in a completion rather than a sack, it almost feels like destiny that we're going to blow this game. It's like, how do you explain it? Of course, stiff arm by Akers. Yeah, we may need to jump the tackle sliders up a little bit. You can hit stick right as you're pretty much corralling the ball from the quarterback and you're stiff arming. Okay. Nwosu, a little bit of pressure. Cup to the outside will be a 3rd and 2. And I think this is no better time to call a mid than now. I'm going to try to step up hard with Diggs because Higbee's probably going to come out for a route. Oh, it's not. And that is a great read by us, but we just couldn't get there in time because we're trying to sell the, the illusion that it's not a blitz pre-play. Let's go with Cody Barton because there might be some help on Cooper Kupp that's needed. And another curl route completion. Doesn't matter if we play coverage, we run the blitz. We are just not stopping a soul. So in the 6. And a dump off. Adams got to blow this up. Does a decent job. Loss of 2. A field goal gives him the lead, but it's not a secure one. Honestly, we're just going to run man coverage. It's hard to run man coverage against Cooper Kupp, but like, what can you do? You got the linebacker. He's in some trouble, and he's going to throw it away. Like I said, the man coverage has definitely been our most successful coverage against them. And even though they got some good route runners, I mean, at some point, you got to just go with what's best rather than what you think is going to work. And we will be down by 1, but with a whole 5 minutes to regain the lead. Like, even if we suck and, like, fumble or throw a pick, we still have a chance. Not a great one, because our defense is, it's iffy. But to hold the Rams to 13 points is pretty good. Going to take the return with Goodwin. And nice little slip off. Turn that, what looked to be, bad play into a good one. 5 whole minutes, plenty of time to run the ball. I don't know if this play is particularly the best one to do it on, but we actually got a really good block on Aaron Donald, 4 yards. Takeaways, they're rank number 2. They only have 1 today, but we are forced to kind of play safer because they're doing well. So takeaway, good defense. It really doesn't matter, right? It's kind of the same. Inside handoff to Walker. Nice block. Walker turning into a big gainer. Down to the 45 pretty much. Good blocking there. Once again, we don't see this as a situation where we're in a huge hurry. I mean, they should be the ones worried about the clock more than us. And he doesn't have the change of direction that Kenneth does. I try to slow down a little bit to pick up the block, and it ended up losing every bit of momentum. Screen pass. I don't like it. I'm going to run the ball. I mean, we're maybe getting a little too conservative here, but I like the pre-snap read, and I actually don't because we can't block. Sweet. Now we're in a 3rd and 11. Like, pre-snap, this looks good. They've got 3 DBs on the opposite side of where we're running. There is only 1 eligible, pretty much, receiver over there. This should be a walk in the park, huge gainer. I mean, look at the personnel here. And, of course, Abraham Lucas doesn't get wide enough, and Leonard just walks. And then, of course, you have the 2 guards. I don't know what's happening here. Like, what is Gabe doing? It's not the play calling. It's the players, simply put. And we're under pressure, and the ball is going to get swatted. Do you really play defense? I mean, either way, you need to stop. Their defense is good. Is that a linebacker on Metcalf, though? That's maybe a pre-snap. Oh, what does he do? Reach into his colon and punch it out. All right, reevaluating this play. As soon as I let this go, I was thinking there might have been some better looks. You have Bo Melton there, but the ball's so far away. I think you just take Bo Melton. He's open. Like, Bo Melton's open. The pre-snap to Lockett is there. Fant's open. Instead, we force it to our number 1. While that is a bullcrap knockout because he's supposed to be a jump ball god, the guy's not there. That is a great throw, and that should be caught, simply put. But he, like, reaches into his kidney and, like, pops it out of place, and it just, like, makes him drop the ball, I guess. It's a bad play. Once again, we predetermined to our number 1 receiver because he was also the number 1 route. And wide open is Akers. Nice hit stick, but still a first down. And it probably cost us a 1-point game. We are not clutch. We simply aren't. First down, we need to kill this. Please, Barton. Oh, yeah, I'm sure he gets that away. Good pressure nonetheless, but still. And I'm sure they're going to throw the ball in this situation, right? When their run game is killing it. So rough, dude. Like, how do we actually play defense when they actually are willing to throw the ball here? And, of course, we can't make the one-on-one tackle, but thankfully Brooks is there on the follow-up. I mean, this is it. This is literally it. If we give this up, the game's over. Like, I just don't know how you win the game. Oliver causing problems. Brooks. Of course. Good job, boys. How do you give up a first down on a check down? That is actually absurd, dude. Or run commit, because, I mean, why would they throw this? Plus, in this situation, we don't really mind if they score the touchdown. I honestly think we should have gave them a little bit more yards so we guaranteed ourselves a possession. So, obviously, they're pretty much going to have to give us a shot if there's no first down. But now, since it's a first down, they could fall down. And Brooks, of course, we literally just can't get a hold on him. We're just going to have to run goal line. It's the only way to stop them. This awful interior is crushing us somehow. This awful interior that's also injured, may I add you. We actually have a decent look at making a stop here, but... yeah, I'm sure that stiff arm exists. We did get the stop, 4th and 1 now, but are you joking me? These stiff arms on DTs are just insane. Literally better than Derrick Henry. Literally. Like, how? If we play Derrick Henry, we will actually lose jaws. Our jaws will be snapped by the stiff arm. Don't even, like... I get the block is huge, but, like, really? You want to run into him late and give him the game? Man, this is frustrating. Down by 4 in what will... if the score ends like this, be probably a scoregami. I can't imagine a game has ever ended 12-16. But you know what? We're going to try to make sure it doesn't. All right, Kenneth, you are basically a fullback now for this entire drive. Oh, Lockett can't get out there. Hurry up. Might actually run a play action to the other side if we can get the audible off. Thank you. And that's a pretty good play. Bo Melton's actually going to get a lot of yards there to the 50. And this is a play that we came to late last game, and it was really good, but they do have Jalen on him, so I don't want to just predetermine it. I'm going to have to throw this away. Looking at that left side, and there was a couple of looks, but it would have kept him in the field of play. Don't think we're just there at the Hail Mary mark yet, but I appreciate the enthusiasm. Eskridge going deep. Who would expect him to be that guy? And I kind of want to run Metcalf on a slant just to drag it out more. I mean, at this point, even though he's tiny, that is literal pass interference. That is literal. You can't just put your hand up and run through us while we're trying to go for the ball. Of course, Jalen Ramsey believes that Eskridge is the main route. Of course he does. Why would he? Why wouldn't he? Like, we're trying to track the ball here, and we're slowing down. And sure, he is too, but he's preventing us. He's stopping. How is that not a penalty? Look! Like, we literally look like a worm in the ground trying to get out. Look. I think you have to call that, dude. Another late game blown lead. Lovely. Yeah, I don't know why we even have Abraham Lucas anymore. Like, even if he's our best option, just as a statement going into next year, we should just release him right now. He is so ass. He is the worst lineman I've ever seen in my life. He is so bad. He's just awful. Like, he does nothing. He actually does worse than nothing. He actually gives us hope that he maybe will block, because sometimes he does. But then when it's the biggest moments, he just lets the guy go free. Sure, 2nd and 11 may not be the best read pre-snap running the ball, but, like, isn't that kind of the point? You know, you don't expect it. They have 3 DBs on the wrong side of the field with only 1 eligible receiver over there. We're running to the opposite side of that. We have the personnel to gain like 20-plus yards, maybe even break it free. And yet we can't even get the initial block. Look at the numbers. Drew Lock was pretty bad, but, I mean, they were kind of locking us down. Wagner was controlling the middle of the field. And then Jalen Ramsey, anytime he was anywhere, he just seemed like he was covering multiple people at once. Walker was okay. Penny was okay. Receiving-wise, I mean, Bo Melton's kind of like the number one receiver around here, it seems. Like, Metcalf can't catch a contested ball to save his life. Mafe and Ford with sacks, but they definitely had more pressure. Woolen with a pick, and Full and Ramsey with picks, but both of them kind of, like, undeserved, if you will. Like, the Raiders loss, it was kind of like, yeah, we believed throughout, like, oh, we have a good chance, because they haven't scored since the first half, but, like, they never really showed that they really deserved it. The Rams didn't show that. The Raiders early on looked like they were going to crush us, and they kind of fell off. But the Rams never deserved it, dude. We actually were beating them in, like, every facet throughout the game, but we just couldn't score touchdowns. I think we kicked 4 field goals, didn't we? Like, we just could not score touchdowns. And then when a field goal still would have probably won us the game, we just couldn't get down the field and ultimately lost the game. I mean, there's just nothing else to it. Obviously, maybe that Eskridge shot wasn't the best play in mind, but, I mean, we had another couple of shots to the end zone. I thought maybe Eskridge makes that play. You know, the safety was kind of still flat-footed while Eskridge was running full sprint, and it just didn't work out. Of course, we missed our yards by 11. We missed the first down by 1. Could anything go our way? Apparently not, as we have dropped how many games in a row now? 2 or 3? Obviously, very good opponents, but who do we have to play next, actually? I was going to look there, but we don't need to. So, Panthers, winnable. Niners, winnable, but they are better than us and the Rams, who just beat us. Then the Chiefs, it's not looking good, boys. I'm just going to be honest. It's not looking great. But regardless, we move as we are now 5-7. It's starting to turn the wrong way here. Even the Cardinals won a game. The things are not going well. The Rams and Niners have turned their seasons around completely, and so have we, but for the worst way possible. Hopefully you guys still enjoyed it. I know it's frustrating because it's frustrating for me, but I do like the challenge with the sliders that we're having right now. And once again, I think it's fair. As much as the receivers are decent, you know, Drew Lock's throwing ability is limited, so they kind of know how to dig in on certain plays and route depth because they know Drew Lock isn't really capable of throwing, 30-yard dots. So it is going to be tougher on the receivers when you don't have a good quarterback that's going to hit you where you need to go. And Drew Lock's just not bad enough to, like, bench him, in my opinion. Didn't really have the great statistical game there, but as far as, like, accuracy and what he could control, there really wasn't anything crazy bad there. There wasn't a whole lot of openings, and both of the interceptions were our fault, so I don't know, it's just a tough one. Maybe we bench him, especially with the loss, the losing streak. If we're struggling early against the Panthers, we probably will. But, yeah, that's unfortunate loss again, and the way we lose, just so rough. To hold the Rams to 16 points, but only be able to score 12 is rough, even though it's a great defense. It's a deserving defense to lock us down like that. But if you're going to have a good season, you need to win those games, simply put. Regardless, though, if you guys enjoyed, leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, appreciate your continued support a ton. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PK Plays. And that kind of be it. Yo. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for the next video. But until next video, see ya.